Sorry, I had to check to make sure it was on. Are you a new entrepreneur starting a business or blah, blah, blah? No. I have a question for you. Have you ever thought of the visual branding of your company? Have you ever thought how it's super important to have proper brand photos? A lot of people, when we're talking to our clients and we're building out brands, we'll ask them, hey, do you have any brand photos that you have had taken? And they'll be like, well, no, but I can just take some on my cell phone. But I want to talk to you a little bit today about why you should actually hire a professional photographer or somebody who actually knows what they're doing. And then I'm going to actually share with you 10 of my favorite prompts or ideas for brand photos that you can use to enhance and elevate your brand for months or even years to come. My name is Kati. I am with Brand Yourself Consulting, and I am so excited to talk about this today because this is one of my favorite topics. Photography has so much power. Photography for your brand can truly make it or it can break it. Because this is the deal. I've said this in past videos. Do you remember a word or a phrase? Or do you remember a photo more? Most often than not, people actually prefer and they actually remember that imagery. Our brains, it's something up there. We remember images, not necessarily words. So what you do is your words and your brand are important, but your imagery reinforces everything that you are saying, and it creates that memorable link for your audience, and it allows them to resonate, and it allows them to say, oh, yes, this is why I love this brand. So I understand that brand photography can be really expensive. I have seen some in the few $100 range. I have seen brand packages as much as multiple thousands of dollars. Look within your budget and use what you can and find a photographer that you like their style, that you think that you can work well with them, and reach out to them. The most important thing that you can do when you are reaching out to a photographer, specifically a brand photographer, is really get to know them. Ask them questions, sit down with them, or go have a meeting over Zoom. See if you feel comfortable with them. If you don't feel comfortable with them, your photos are going to show it, and you're not going to be comfortable with your photos. So take the time, get to know the photographer, and you want to know what? Then snap away. I'm so excited to share. Here are my 10 most favorite poses that you can use for your brand. You can then use these on social media. You can use them within your website. You can use them within your print publications, your digital publications, really anywhere that you could actually use brand photos.
The first shots that we recommend that you take of yourself especially, and then individually of your team members, are standing horizontal and standing vertical photos. So what I mean by that is you want to be maybe standing against a wall like these photos, or maybe it's against a pillar. Maybe you're standing confidently with your shoulders straight. You're showing your confidence in front of your desk or whatever it is. Maybe your logo. Anything like that that makes the audience of your photos see you as the main subject in a very clean and nice area that's also pleasing to the eye. The second type of photo that we always recommend are you sitting and reading a book. This is a really great opportunity to show the softer side of you for your brand. These photos that I have shown are some great examples of what we use or what we have had taken of Tammy sitting in her office, and you'll see that we've shown a variety of images. So some further away where you can see her through the doorway, some close up where she's reading the book. You'll see her through a window. The next set of photos that we recommend are random candid shots of you working at your desk. So for example, this photo is of Tammy sitting with her microphone for the podcast that we have. You actually, if you look really close, you can actually see the top of her headphone in her hair, but it's hard to see. And the further image of her away, sitting at her desk, actually getting prepared to actually start a podcast. We also have this really cool candid shot that I think our photographer did a great job doing. This, believe it or not, is actually one image, and you can see Tammy reading a book, and then there's a real wall there. That's not just like a fake wall or just like a divider, an orange divider. And it's actually Annie sitting and working at her desk as well. So these are some unique and artistic shots that you can use that actually show the dimension of your guys' team and of you guys doing your work just like what you would have on a regular day. Then you're going to want to make sure that you have team shots. And when I say team shots, I mean specifically having shots of you and your team meeting. Brand Yourself is a really casual environment, and we are able to obviously dress more casual, and we have beanbags in our office, right? So you'll see these images of us in one of our typical weekly meetings. We're sitting on the beanbags, we're just kind of conversing, catching up on our weeks, and then seeing if anyone needs any assistance or whatnot. Next shot that we recommend is going back to, the leaders of your organization, your key players, or maybe it is just your individual employees where you guys have the opportunity to have a team page and About Us page, and you list out your teams. These are sitting at desk photos, and we definitely recommend that when you take these photos, you take vertical shots and also landscape shots. Get a variety of these because these are like super invaluable, and you can use these over and over in random in many different ways. Another fun shot that we really like to take are shots that are taken from behind, focused on your computer, or maybe you're focused on your phone as well, especially if you work on your phones a lot and stuff. These type of images really express to the viewer what you guys are all about. In this photo, Tammy is actually sitting at her desk and she's working on our candid content framework. That is our trademarked framework where we teach people how to be more authentic and more real on their social posts and in their various writings that they put out in the world, whether it's a blog post, maybe it's even just a video of some sort. So we have a fantastic framework that we utilize for that. The next type of shot that we recommend is that you have some random candid team photos. So like I mentioned earlier, Brand Yourself is a super casual environment, and this is our team working together, just kind of off the cuff in a very informal meeting. We're actually sitting at my desk and we just kind of had a powwow come over. So you'll see some random photos of us just kind of meeting and really having a good time and just getting feedback based on the information that we are putting out and all of that stuff. We also have done some of these really fun motion photos, so you can create some flares in motion and artistic draw in these type of photos. So she takes them as we are walking past quickly so you can caption the movement. So that is something that is unique to us, but it also adds an artistic flair. And then another shot that we recommend is it's actually you guys getting off site, having some fun, going to a coffee shop. Maybe you're going to a library, maybe it's at a park outside, or maybe it's in a different co-working space or whatever it is. We always recommend that you maybe get off-site a little bit. These photos are of Tammy working at a local coffee shop. So we love the photos of you working right next to a window. Now, keep in mind, when you are next to a window, the lighting is much easier than if you were way back in a really dark area of the coffee shop. That's going to be so much harder for your photographer to actually grab the true colors of your skin tone, your clothing, and all of that stuff. These are some fun images of Tammy just sitting there brainstorming with her computer, cold brew, and she is taking notes. We have 2 more shots that we do recommend, and our next shot that we recommend is getting some more candid style photos of you actually doing your client work. Maybe it's like Annie here, for example, where she is taking some shots for one of our brewery clients for some of their social media images. Whatever it is, show the work that you do. If you're a graphic designer, maybe it's you sitting at your computer and you can definitely see that you have Illustrator or InDesign open, or maybe you're sitting there writing on your tablet or creating or drawing in your tablet. If you work in the professional space, maybe you are sitting there and you are meeting with clients, or you're helping people fill out paperwork, or you're pulling together pamphlets of the stuff that you sell. Whatever it is, show people the work that you actually do so they can get a better understanding of what life is like within your company, as well as an understanding of what you guys do in real life. And then finally, this is a recommendation that it might seem a little off and a little goofy, but we always recommend that you take some shots of your workspace. You want to show people that you guys are real. You want to show people that this is our place of business. This is where we work. This is a professional and an adult atmosphere. These type of images are really awesome when you are creating social posts and you need like a background image and then you put text over it. These type of photos work phenomenally. Or maybe it's a post that you're talking about, or a blog post that you're writing, and you are talking about the culture of your work environment. And this is an opportunity of you to use actual feature image of your office.
My advice when taking brand photos, after you've created that relationship with your photographer, you like them, you really want to continue working with them, schedule at a minimum a photo shoot every single year. The reason I say this is because people want to know what you are about, what your company is about. They want to feel that connection, and people feel connected to spaces as much as they feel connected to the person behind the lens, or the person behind the blog, or the person behind the brand. So once you have your brand photos taken, please reach out to us. I would love to see them. Or if you have any questions or ideas on poses that you're just kind of questioning, let us know. We would love to give you feedback. We would love to see the space and what you are creating, because you want to know what your content is important. We think it's important, and we are rooting you on. Good luck. Happy clicking, capturing, whatever it is. And I look forward to hearing from you. We'll see you soon.